Hey guys, Betsy and I are doing another update. It's been a week or two since we've updated you guys on what's going on in our lives as far as getting ready for contest prep. I am 36 days away from the Arnold, so things are getting real. But the plus side of it all is that every day I'm seeing changes. Now my body fat's going down, and you're starting to see more and more every day. Every time I see Betsy on the weekends or every 3 or 4 days, she notices some things too. So the diet's definitely working. It's become easier physically. You just can't annihilate your workouts anymore. That's really what you have to come to grasp with. You're just not taking in the calories, that you're used to go into the gym and just annihilate it. So kind of like I tell Betsy, I said 60% is the new 100%. You just have to get comfortable with going in, getting some stimulation, trying to get a pump, but understand that you're just not taking in the nutrients, that you really need in excess to get the job done as far as a great workout. So for us, we usually get into competing because we love the gym, we love the working out part. Diet usually comes secondary. I don't think I've ever run into anybody that says, "Oh, I love dieting. It's so much fun to eat." The way that we eat in contest prep. There's a lot of people that enjoy eating healthy, but not to the extreme that we take it to get ready for a show. So physically, my body's adjusted to 25 grams of carbs. Had a moment, and this is where Betsy and I say we're not being negative, we're just being real. I had a moment this week where I just was at the end of my leash. I was at the end of my fuse, and had to have a few words with my coach and told him, how ridiculous this diet was. And, I had just unleashed for probably 3 or 4 minutes, and he took it and smiled and said, I've been there, I've done that, I know what it takes. He did give me a little bit of a refeed since that episode, so that did help a little bit. It did stimulate, I think, my metabolism a little bit, because the next day I was so hungry and really just craved, more and more carbs. So as much as I needed it, and it helped me mentally, I don't know that it was maybe the best decision, because the next day I was just so hungry. So, just something to think about. But doing well with energy. The mental toughness now, being 36 days away, is at an all-time high or an all-time low. This is just so mentally tough. Dieting over the holidays, not really enjoying your holidays and eating what you want and having a drink when you want. But there's light at the end of the tunnel now. So we're 36 days away from weigh-ins. Body's changing every day, and we're just close. I mean, 36 days is so much better than saying, "Oh, I'm 50 days away or 60 days away." Like, it just seems so far. So things are getting close now. So really tighten up the belt, throw down the hammer, try to get his work, the workouts in, dig deep in the workouts. Really stay tight on the diet. But things are going well. So one of the things that I used to just do, like slow, steady state cardio. Betsy really encouraged me, just because it became so mundane to do cardio, was to do some Tabata, which I've worked my way into it. I would run or jog for 60 seconds, walk for 60 seconds to help pass the time. But she got me into Tabata, which is kind of sprinting for 20 seconds, jumping off, and straddling the treadmill for 10 seconds, and then you're doing work for another 20 seconds, and you do 8 rounds of that, or 4 minutes. So you're running for 20 seconds, jump off for 10 seconds, back on for 20, jumping off for 10 seconds, rest. So helps 4 minutes go by, doing 45 minutes of cardio 6 days a week. So definitely helps. I think that it has helped burn some body fat, get my heart rate, a little higher than just doing steady state boring cardio. But now that I'm getting leaner too, it's easier to do cardio. It's easier to do the step mill, not carrying as much body fat around, and it really does make a difference. If you guys think about it, you know, lose 20, 25 pounds. Carry a 25-pound plate around with you all day long. That's a lot of weight all day. Like every step, you have 25 pounds you're taking up and down the stairs. It really drains you. And then you lose 25 pounds of body fat by dieting, and you're so much lighter. Still being 218, 216, I got to weigh myself tomorrow morning. I can run. I can do the step mill for 20 minutes and not feel like I'm like going to pass out. Whereas when I was 233, 234, oh my gosh, 10 minutes on the step mill was exhausting. So, this is where the hard work is paying off, and you get to see the changes and feel better physically, feel better mentally. Definitely looking forward to March 7th, the night after the show, going out and eating some real food. My coach will be with me. Betsy will be there. And, they don't let me go out of control. It's not a huge binge eating, event. It's a meal. It's some water. My coach is really big on monitoring my water intake, since I'll be dehydrated for 3.5 days. It's a couple glasses that Saturday night, and then it'll be a gallon probably on Sunday, and then maybe a gallon on Monday, and then I'll ease into, an unlimited amount of water. So, right now I'm over a gallon of water a day. In a peak week, I'll go up to 2 gallons a day. So, other than that, going to work, I'm definitely tired all day long. I do 24-hour shifts. So, it drains on me. Thankfully, I have, Betsy to vent to and encourage me through the day. Just because I don't have the energy reserves, to get through a day. Not last night, but the night before I was at work, we ended up running 4 calls after we went to bed. So that drains you. Like, you're just completely exhausted. I don't even remember. Luckily, I wasn't driving, but I don't even remember really going to the calls. I was still kind of like asleep. I got in the fire truck and closed my eyes until we got to the call. So it takes. I was off yesterday, off today. Came home today. Like, took a nap in the middle of the afternoon. Usually it takes me the day side after a shift to recover. Now it's taking me 24 hours, 36 hours to recover, and then I go back to work tomorrow. So do it all again, nose to the grindstone, one foot in front of the other, and getting it done. So we're getting close. One last thing we'll share with you guys, and Betsy was a little apprehensive, and we talked about it, was the effect of contest prep on your relationships. You really do become a recluse. You really don't want to be around a lot of people. You go into the gym, you have your headphones on. You just don't want to interact with people. Your fuse is short, so you go in and you keep your eyes down, do what you got to do, and get out. And one of the things that Betsy and I both noticed being in contest prep is that we kind of bicker a little more. Nothing serious, and we both know and have a great understanding of what each other's going through, and the frustrations and the ups and downs. And case in point was the other day, she was just frustrated with herself. She kind of stumbled a little bit on her diet, and she was just frustrated with herself. I didn't really know what to say to make her feel better, but there was a little bit of tension there, but it's nothing that we both don't understand, and that we can't get through. And having a support system, having a support network. Tell your friends what you're doing. Tell your coworkers, people that you're around, even your boss, hey, listen, I'm getting ready for a show. It's going to be really draining. There's going to be days that I'm physically exhausted, mentally exhausted. Put it out on the table so they understand, what you're going through, and be honest and try to communicate with those people what's going on. And I think that's really best for anybody that is getting into contest prep and going to take it to this extreme that we take it to, is let people know what's going on in your life, and how you're feeling, and that your calories are low. And I just think it's so important, because they're going to be able to support you and be there for you encourage you on those days that you need it. Maybe give you a little like, hey, you're being a jerk today, just to put things into perspective. Sometimes you need that slap in the face, that reality check, so to speak. And then other times, you just kind of need a hand. You need a pat on the back, whatever the case may be. So Betsy and I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. We'll do a group video next week with her and I both, and we could talk about it some more. But don't let it get to you. We both understand. We bicker a little bit more, but we wanted to share that with you guys because that's the reality. If you're dating, married to, in a relationship with somebody that doesn't understand the lifestyle, doesn't understand the contest prep, Betsy and I both completely understand, how difficult that must be for you. So, finding that network is just so important, so important. So, anyway, guys, until next week, have fun, be safe, and God bless.